Today we've got this AQA foundation paper, paper 1, and it's a non-calculator. Thursday the 16th of May 2024, and we're allowed 1 hour 30 minutes. No calculator. Okay, off we go. Question 1, 280 divided by 7. Well, 7 goes into 28 4 times. Put the 4 down, and we've got a 0 there. Right, okay, that's that one. And it's 1 mark, so there's no working out needed. 2 marks here, so we've got to show some working. 1062 minus 438, so I can put the minus 438 just under there. And do our takeaway. 8 from 2 won't go, cross off the 6, make it a 5, put a 1 next to the 2. 8 from 12 is 4. 3 from 5 is 2. 4 from 10 is 6. So our answer is 624. So that's the working out they wanted. See a bit of that. Keep going. Question 2A, complete the statement. 2 meters equals so many centimeters. Well, centi is 100. So 2 meters is going to be 200. Okay, complete the statement. 8 kilograms is so many grams. Well, kilo means 1,000. So we've got 8,000. To C, convert 24 kilometers to miles. Use 8 kilometers equals 5 miles. Now, if you look at it, 8 of the kilometers only make up 5 miles. So we will end up with something less than 24. So I think it's going to be 24 times by something that's going to make that smaller. Well, it's got to be 5 over 8, hasn't it? Because 5/8 is less than 1. Okay, 8 goes into 24 3 times, and then 3 5s are 15. 15 miles. Yes, that should work. Question 3A. Here is a centimeter grid. What percentage of the grid is shaded? We've got 8 shaded, and 4 there, and 4 there. 8 unshaded, so it's halfway, 50%. Question 3B. Kai has shaded 2 small squares on this centimeter grid. He wants 3/4 of the grid to be shaded. Well, right, here's our grid. It's got 16 squares. A quarter is going to be 4 squares, and we want 3/4. So we want these. That makes 1/4. There's another quarter, and here's another quarter. It's 2 marks, so I think it wants to show this is being our 3/4. I suppose we could do it arithmetically as well. Let's do both just to show it. Anyway, we can see we've got 4 there, which is 8, and another 2 is 10. So our answer is 10. And we could have got that by going 3/4 times 16, because there were 16 of them, equals 12, minus the 2, which are already done, equals the 10. So that's another way of doing it. We'll put our answer in the right place, 10 there. 4A. Here's a list of 4 numbers: 6.92, 7.27, 7.18, and 7.14. Use one number from the list to complete each statement. Okay. The number closest in value to 7. Well, that's 8/100ths less. This is 27/100ths above. This is 18/100ths above, and that's 14/100ths above. So this is the one. It's only another 8/100ths needed. and it's 2 marks. So, 2 marks because we got this bit as well. So 6.92. The number that rounds to 7.2 to 1 decimal place. Okay, 1 decimal place, which is here. That would round to 7. This rounds to 7.3 because the 7 is above the 5. This rounds to 7.2. This rounds to 7.1. So this is the 1. 7.18. The reason being, we look at the hundredths, second decimal place, it's 5 or above, so it rounds this one up to 2. Question 4b, here is a list of 6 numbers, -10, -5, -2, 4, 6, and 10. Use 2 numbers from the list to complete each statement. 2 numbers that add to make -1. Okay, to make -1, we're going to need 4. That's the positive side of it. So there's our 0. We've got 4. And then we go -5. This is -1, -5. So -5 is the other one. 2 numbers that multiply to make 20. Okay, to make 20, it's got to be right. It's a positive 20, -2, and -10. 2 10s are 20. And a minus times a minus makes a positive. There's no other way. There's no, otherwise we needed a +2 or a +5. We'd need 4 or 5. Yeah, that's the only one. Question 5a. Here are 4 lines on a square grid. Which 2 lines are parallel? Well, for them to be parallel, they have to go along the same amount. They're all going along 2. This one's only going along 1, so that one can't be. Not that one. Not that one, no. Clearly not that one. Parallel to this one, and it's going up 1. And that one goes along 2. And up 1. So 1 there, 2 there, 1 there, 2 there. So it's S and Q. Here is a different grid. There are 4 points on this grid that each have both coordinates that are whole numbers, and the x coordinate plus the y coordinate equals 3. X is 1, y is 2. There's one of them. X is 2, y is 1. There's another one. The other thing we've got to know is when a whole number is also 0. So we can have 0, 3. And we can have 3, 0. So let's put them all down like that. Oh, we just have to plot them. That's it. Write down the value of 3 squared. Well, that's 3 times 3, which is 9. Write down the value of the square root of 144. Well, this is now in our tables. Our answer is 12. Work out the value of 2 to the 4. Well, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. It's only 1 mark, but let's have a look. 2 2s are 4, times 2 is 8, times 8 2s are 16. So 2 to the 4, yes, 16. At a restaurant, vegan pizzas have 2 different toppings. The toppings are sweet corn, mushroom, peppers. Complete the table to list all the possible pairs of toppings. Well, we can have sweet corn and mushroom, sweet corn and peppers. We can have, mushroom and peppers. And we've already got that one. Yeah, that's it. At the restaurant, dough balls can be ordered in small portions and large portions. Small portion is 6 dough balls. Large portion is 10 dough balls. A group of people want to order exactly 44 dough balls. show how they can do this. Well, the thing is we need a 4 on the end. So the only way we're going to do that is a multiple of 6. Anything times 10 is going to be a 0 on the end. So we go 6 times 4 equals 24. Okay. And then 10 times 2 equals 20. So that's our 44. The number of small portions is 4 of them. 4 times 6. Okay, so there we go. That goes in there. Oh, number of large portions is 2. Question 8, we've got apples, 25 pence each, oranges, 60 pence each. Salma has £10 to buy apples and oranges. She buys 9 apples and as many oranges as possible. Okay, so we've got to find out how much the 9 apples cost. Well, that's 25 pence times by the 9. Well, the easiest way to actually would be to go 10 times, which would be 250, and take off 1, which is going to be 225. Yes, £2.25. And then she's got £10 to buy, so we put in the £10 minus the £2.25. I think I've got this right. Well, that's going to give us 75, isn't it? There. And we have to round this up to a 3, so we've got £7.75. These are then 60 pence each. So the easiest way to do that is we go 775 divided by 60. Well, if we cross the naught out, we may have to move the decimal point once here as well. Just make it easier than just going 60 into it. 6 into 7, 1, right? 1 6 is 6. 6 from 7 is 1. Put the 1 there. 6 into 17 is twice. 2 6s are 12. That's it. And then that would be 5, and you'd be left with 0.55 left over. Okay, the answer I think is 12. Alina and Sue play netball. The number of goals they scored in 8 games is shown. Here's Alina's 12, 15, 17, 17, 21, 22, 24, and 26. And Sue is 13, 13, 17, 20, 22, 23, 24, and 31. Complete the table. Okay, we've got to work out the range. Range for Alina. Well, what's the biggest number? The biggest number is 26. And what is the smallest number? The smallest number. They put them in order, which is okay. So the range is largest, take away the smallest. 26 minus 12 will be 14. And Sue, we've got to find the median. Well, for Sue, again, are they in the right order? Yes. Good. And have we got an odd number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we don't. So the median has to be the halfway between these two middle numbers, because the median is the middle. So traditionally you add them together. So 20 plus 22 is 42, and then you have that, which is 21. But you can find, just look at, it's the halfway point between those two numbers. Which player scored the more consistent number of goals? Tick a box. Alina or Sue? Okay, I think we need to look at the range. Consistencies on how tight items are packed together. Because Alina's range is smaller than Sue's, which is 18, we would have to say that Alina is more consistent. And I'm just going to say smaller range. Question 10, work out 35% of 1200. Well, the way I like to do it is find 1%. So you go 1200 is represents our 100%. Divide it by 100. So that comes off like that. And now it's going to be times by 35. So that gives us 1%, times it by 35. So it's basically 12 times 35. I'll put the 35 on the top, 12 on the bottom, times it. 2 5s are 10, carry a 1 over. 2 3s are 6, and 1 is 7. So that's that. And now we're going to times this by 10. 35 times by 10. The easiest way, you put the 0 down first. 1 5 is 5. 1 3 is 3. Add those together. 0, 7 and 5 is 12. 420. Put it in there. Right. A window cleaner uses this formula. C equals 2W plus 5. C equals the cost in pounds for each customer. For the customer, okay, so it's, that's the total cost, yes. And W is the number of windows to be cleaned. And he basically, his cost is, and it's in pounds. So he's charging £2 a window, and then he adds £5 on. How much does it cost for 6 windows to be cleaned? So we put it into the formula. C equals 2 times 6 plus the 5. It's 2 marks. So we can go 2 6s are 12 plus the 5 is 17. Put that in there. The cost for another customer was 24. Show why this cost must be incorrect. Well, that means it's 24 equals 2 times the number of windows plus the 5. We take 5 off of both sides, minus the 5. That gets rid of it from there. So we end up with 19 equals 2W. Then we divide by 2. Divide by 2. 19 divided by 2 equals 9.5 windows. Well, you don't get half a window. So 9.5 windows. 2 bags, X and Y, each contain coloured discs. In bag X, 7/20 of the discs are red. In bag Y, 2/5 of the discs are red. Which bag has the greater proportion of red discs, X or Y? You must show your working. Okay, X, 7/20. Y equals 2/5. Times by 4. We do the same to the top, times by 4. To make an equivalent fraction, Y equals 8/20. Right, X is smaller than Y. Okay, because it's 7/20 compared to 8/20. 7 smaller than 8. So what's the question? Which bag has the greater proportion? Well, the greater proportion is Y. 2 friends share £240 in the ratio of 1 to 3. Work out the larger share. Well, the way you do this is it's basically 4 parts. You add them together. 1 plus 3 rather equals 4. So it's 4 parts. Divide the 4 into the 240. I think we can see it's going to be 60. 4 into 24 is 60. So 1 part is 60. 60 times 3 for the larger share. 3 6s are 18, £180. Yeah. The tennis player wins or loses matches in the ratio of win to lose of 5 to 9. What fraction of the matches do they win? So this is, again, you've got to work out how many parts we got. We'll add them together. 5 and 9 is 14. So it's 14 games in total. That's one way of looking at it. 5 of them are won, 9 of them are lost. What fraction of the matches are won? It's 5/14. And it doesn't cancel down. Here is the multiplication table. Okay, 61 times 61 is this, and 67 times 67 is 4489. Okay, we've got to work it out. Use the table to answer the following questions. Work out 3843 divided by 63. So let's see if we can find it in there. 3843 is this one, divided by 63. So that's what we're dividing by. Well, we use 61 times 63 to make it. So the divided must be going back the other way. 61 is our answer. Oh, 6.1 times 6.7. Well, is this one here. 6.1 times 6.7 is 61 times 67. But we're going back 1 decimal point there and 1 decimal point there. So we need to go 2 on this one. $40.87. Yes. I hope that's clear why that happens. It's a bit like saying 61 times 67 equals 4087. But what we've done to get it to 6.1, we divided by 10. And that one we divided by 10. And what we do to one side, if we go 10 times 10, you're going to get 100. Which is going to move our decimal point back 2 places. 63 times 66. 63 times 66. Do we have a 63 there? Well, it looks a strange one. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go 63 times 65 and then add another 63 on. Yes, so we go 4095. So let's make it clear. 63 times 65 plus another 63 to make it 66 times it. 3 and 5 is 8. 6 and 9 is 15. Carry the 1 over and the 4 goes there. Yeah. Yep. I think that's correct. These two triangles are congruent. If they're congruent, it means they're the same size and all the angles are the same. It can be flipped over, it can be turned round, but basically it's the same size. We've got a 5 there and the 8. So the only one that's missing is the 6. So this must be 6 because it's congruent. Okay, let's have a look at this. Question 16. C and D are positive numbers. C is even, D is odd. Okay. Tick a box for each expression. C plus D must be odd. Okay. 4 times C. Well, an even number times another even number must be an even number. Right. C is even. Even divided by 2. Not sure. For instance, 6 is even, say, the number 6 divided by 2 would be a 3, which is odd. But if you add 8, C is 8, divided by 2, you get 4, so you cannot tell. Okay, a linear sequence, as the first term is 10. The first term added to the second term is 39, so the second term must be 29. There is a difference between them of 19. Is that correct? Right, so the way this works is, well, we can keep adding 19 on if we want to do it that way, but it's 4 marks, so I think they want us to find out the arithmetic sequence. And the way I like to do this, I like to go, it's by the difference, 19 times n, but if n was 1, if it's the first term, I mean, we're meant to get 10. So the only way we're going to get 10 is we have to take 9 off. That's our sequence. We can check it for the second one. There's our second sequence. If we put 2 in here, we get 2 times 19, which is 38, minus the 9, which should take us back to 29. So it works. So now we can put 5 in. 19 times 5 minus 9. Right. An easy way to multiply by 5 is to halve the number and move the decimal point. Half of 19 is 9.5. 9.5, move the decimal point, is 95. So we go 95. Minus the 9, which will equal 86. Put that in there. I think that's right. Let's just show that up here a minute. 19 times 5. 5 9 is 45. Put the 4 there. 5 1s are 5 and 4 is 9. 95. So that's how you get it. But an easier way is to think halve the 19, 9.5. Move the decimal point, 95. Work out the area of this triangle. Sometimes I haven't looked at the formula sheet, but there's a formula: half base times the height. Okay, they've given us the base, they've given us the height, so that's an easy one. We can go half times the base, which is 20, so half of 20 is 10, times the height, which is 6.3. 10 times 6.3 is 63. The vector minus 3, 7 translates A to B. Right, A translates A to B. Right. Write down the vector that translates B to A. Well, imagine it's like on a XY coordinate, and we start at 0. For A to B, let's say that's A. For A to B, we've got minus 3 on the X. And sorry, yes, minus 3 on the X and plus 7. Right? So this is B. And so to go backwards, we have to go plus 3 like this. Yes, for the X. And then we have to go down minus 7. So it's reversal. And it's a vector. It's shown like this, a column vector, to show it's not where the points are necessarily. It's the movement of it. Yeah. I mean, with this, obviously, the vector could be here or wherever. 20. The attendance for a rugby match is 8,400 people to the nearest 100. Write down the minimum possible attendance. Well, that's going to be 8,350. Because anything below that, we're going to round down. As soon as you get a 5 there, you round up. And this next one, write down the maximum possible attendance, but that's going to be 8,449, because the moment you get to 50, you're going to round it up to 8,500. Question 21. The table shows the number of workers at a company in different years. Here's our years: 2015, 16, 17, and so on. Number of workers. Let's check the first one. 29. Looks about right. Yes. A time series graph is drawn to represent the data. The first 4 points have been plotted. Okay. Complete the graph. Okay. So 2019 is 62. 2019, 62. Be careful of this. They're going up in twos on this grid. 2020 is 70. That's an easy one, isn't it? (2021) is 76. So that's up 3 squares. And 2022 is 80. So usual stuff. And then we're going to do that. Estimate the number of workers at the company in 2023. In 2023, well, it's still rising, isn't it? So 2023 is over here. So I'm going to go up in the same. Well, I think it's going to be 84. 84. Here's the cone. It's got a vertical height of 12. It's got a slope height of 13, and the radius is 5. The curved surface area of a cone is pi times the radius times the length, where r is the radius. Yes. So there's our radius here. I always like to map these things out so I know what I'm looking at. There's our radius. L is the slant height, so L is here. Okay. Beth tries to work out the curved surface area in terms of pi. Curved surface area of the cone is pi times 5, well, that's correct, times 12. What mistake has she made? Well, she's used 12, not 13. Times 13. I don't think we need to, well, let's just do it. Again, my rule, if I have 13, half of 13 is 6.5 times 5, move the decimal point, so it's 65 pi. Okay. Whereas that would have been not 12 fives, which not 60 pi. Yeah. I think I've overkilled it there, but they get the idea of what you're saying. Adam uses pi equals 3 to estimate the area of the base of the cone, work out his estimate. So we've got to know the formula for the area of a circle, which is pi r squared. So the answer is going to be, so it's 3 for our thing. Our radius was 5 times 5 squared equals 75 centimeters squared. Okay. Beth uses 3.14 to estimate the area of the base of the cone. Is Beth's estimate more or less than Adam's estimate? Well, the 5 squared isn't going to change, but 3's gone up to 3.14, so it's going to be more than. Give a reason for your answer. 3.14 times 5 squared is greater than 3 times 5 squared. Yeah. That, I think, should be good enough. 23. Each day Eric drinks a quarter of a pint of milk in the morning and a half a pint of milk in the afternoon. How many pints of milk does he drink in 30 days? Well, a quarter plus a half. Well, let's work out how much he drinks in a day. Well, a half is 2 quarters, and another quarter is 3 quarters. So he's drinking 3/4 of a pint a day. So all we have to do is go 3/4 times by how many days he's done it. Okay, 3 3s are 9. Yes, so it's 90 quarters. Okay, 4's into 80 is going to be 20 pints. 88 is going to be 22 pints and a half. 22 and a half. But let's do it like this. 4's into 9, 2. 2, 8, and put a 1 there. 4's into 10 is 2. And then we've got 2 left over. So it's into this area now. 4's into 20 are 5. 22.5 or 22.5. Yeah. Solve 7x minus 22 equals 4x plus 25. That means we've got to find the value of x. Let's bring all the x's one side, so 7x. We're going to take 4x from both sides. So I go minus 4x. And just see it is disappearing from there. I could show it as minus 4x, but I'm doing the same there. I'll leave the minus 22 for now. Equals 29. So 7x minus 4x is 3x. And then we're going to add 22 to both sides. So that's going to get rid of it there. 29 plus 22. Okay. So 3x equals 9 and 2 is, what's going to be 1, isn't it? 51. Is that right? Yes, 51. I think that's going to go exactly. So x equals 51 over 3. 3's into 5 go once. Okay, we've got 2 left over, which is 21. 3's into 21 is 7. The answer is 17. Question 25. In a house, the floor area of the living room is 26 meters squared. The floor area of the kitchen is 16.4 meters squared. Express the area of the living room as a fraction of the area of the kitchen. So this represents the thing we're talking about. Give your answer in its simplest form. Well, the living room as a fraction of the kitchen. Well, the kitchen is the smaller number, so we're going to end up with something bigger. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to go 26 divided by 16.4. Because that's going to be a bigger number. It's going to be 1 point something odd. Okay. We don't want a 0.4, so let's times them both by 10. 260 over 164. They're both even numbers, so we can cancel down. Half of 260 is going to be 130. Half of 164 is going to be 82. They're still both even, so we go half again. Half of 130 is, well, 120 would be 60, so and another 10, 65. Half of 82 is going to be 41. So it's 65 over 41. It's a top-heavy fraction. So 41 41ths is 1. And how many have we got left over? Let's take it off of there. So we've got 24 41s. And I don't think that's going to cancel down. I think 41's a prime number. So I don't think it can go any more. Yeah. Question 26, represent minus 2 is less than x, which is less than 4. So for these, because they're less than, they're not, there's nothing equal there. So we have to leave them as open circles like that. So there's the minus 2, there's the 4 here, open circle again. And we just draw a line between them. Okay. And then this one we've got to solve. 5y plus 14 is greater than or equal to 11. So just treat it like an equal sign and you just move things around like you normally would. So we're going to take the minus 14 from both sides. So we end up with 5y greater or equal to 11 minus the 14. 5y is greater or equal to, right, 11 take away 14. Well, you can go the other way around. 11 from 14 is 3. but it's going to be minus 3. Okay, and then divide both sides by 5. So y is greater or equal to minus 3 over 5. Question 27. Describe fully the single transformation that maps shape A to shape B. So we're moving this way, A to B, right? The way I like to do these is to link the points together. So this point here, you can see from the shape, it's similar to this point here. So we draw a line to it. And then this point here, sorry, we'll go, this point here is similar to this point here. So when we come, look, if you look at it, when we come down 4, we're going over 2. Come down 4, going over 2. Go down another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 2. We're going to end up here. This is called the Ray method. Nothing to do with my brother, Ray. Right, there we go. And of course, if we did the same with that one, we'd get to the same thing. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, 5, and then 3 over. And if we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 over. So they would link up as well. So there's our point of origin, which is 1 minus 7. And if you look at it, this is half the size. That's 2 squares there. This is 4. And because it's going this way, the A is mapping onto the B. It's a half scale. All right, so you'd say, and it's the end of the question. So you'd say enlargement, even if it's going smaller, you say enlargement, enlarge, because that's the type of transformation, enlargement, a half, point of, well, it's a round point of 1, because the x value is there, 1 minus 7. And that's it. End of questions. We're all done. Not too bad. Foundation level, paper 1, non-calculator. Okay, I hope you found that useful. Thanks very much for watching, and any questions, just leave them in the comments. Bye.